once again, welcome to Everyday Christian, where we live our lives in joy and from a Christian perspective, where we try to look at everything that we do in our life, whether the TV shows we watch, the things we read, or even just everyday objects. And when we do those things, we do it from a Christian perspective, because that is the way that we live out our faith every day. If you like these videos, don't forget to take time to give this a thumbs up, to like this video, to subscribe to us. We really hope that these things will be great to help encourage you to make your faith be a part of every day in your life. So today, I just want to reflect a little bit more about something I shared last week. Our internet had cut and it wasn't working, and we've checked and we found it wasn't the actual internet. What the problem was our router was not getting any power at all. No power. And we checked it, and what I found out was it was the adapter. The adapter of the internet router was broken, and that is the reason why it wasn't working. The Sky technician came over and fixed it. They fixed our internet. They were so fast at doing it, and they just replaced the adapter, and suddenly, because the adapter was replaced, it worked. The internet came alive. It was so great. But the funny thing is, something like the internet, which we depend on, can instantly be cut because something as cheap as an adapter can cause it to break. I looked up online on Shopee an adapter you can buy like this for like 120 pesos, which is pretty cheap considering. Don't know if it'll work, but it's pretty cheap. And the thing is, something like this that's so simple, if it's broken, it cuts everything in our life. I mean, imagine no internet, right? I can't attend online meetings. I can't do my work online. I can't watch YouTube. I can't watch Netflix. My daughter can't watch Blue's Clues online or Genevieve's Playhouse on YouTube. I can't, watch. It's so funny, everything is watching, right? I can't even talk to people. I can't even use Messenger to contact other people, all because this one very simple adapter is broken. How about in our lives? In our lives, we focus so much on the big things when we look at our Christian faith, when we look at your walk with God, and we say, how are you doing in your walk with God? How are you doing in your faith with God? And we look at the big things. Are you attending church? Are you doing ministry? How are you sharing the gospel? And we look at all of these big things that we do, when something as simple as, are you taking time to pray? We ignore that. Something as simple as that, taking time to pray. When was the last time that you prayed and just spent time with God in prayer, not rushing, but actually just taking time to pray and take time with God? There was one retreat I went to. I was so excited because it's a retreat, pastor's retreat, and we got there and our guest speaker told us, okay, our plenary session is 3 hours, and we're like, yes, 3-hour plenary session. We're going to learn so much here. We brought out our Bibles, brought out our notebooks, our journals. We were ready to hear our speaker speak, and our speaker said, today we're talking about the importance of spending time with God. And so we wrote down spending time with God, something that everyone should do, just like an adapter that's so simple we take for granted. In the same way, spending time with God, praying, we take these for granted. So we said, good, we're going to write down these things. How can we spend time with God? And the speaker told us what we're going to do for 3 hours is spend time with God. I'm not going to speak to you. He said, I want you to go and spend time with God. I'll see you in 3 hours. Go by yourself and spend time with God. So we went for 3 hours, and we're pastors. We know what to do. We opened our Bibles. We read. We did exegesis. We did all our studying, and we enjoyed it. We journaled. We prayed, and we're like, good. We're good. Got back after 3 hours. And on our schedule, it said 1 hour reflection time. And our speaker said, thank you for coming back. Let's make it 2 hours reflection time. What I want you to do is go by yourself again and spend time with God. We're like, what? Didn't we just do that? And he told us, because you guys, usually the first 3 hours, you're just going through the motions, going through the routine. This is what I do. But he said, now that you got all of that out of the way, spend 2 hours to just sit with God. Just sit down and reflect and pray. talk to God. And for me, that was one of the times where I really got to connect with God in a fresh way. That I said, I already said everything. I wrote everything down. I said everything that I needed to say. I said, God, I guess this is my time to just listen to you, to sit with you and enjoy your presence. I remember this one Don Moen song where it says, I just want to be where you are, dwelling daily in your presence. There's this one, I think it's Lifehouse called Breathing, where it says, I want nothing more than to sit outside your door just to hear you breathing. That like even if you don't want to speak tonight, that's all right with me. It kind of makes me think of how we should be with God. Where we say, God, I just want to sit with you, sit even outside your door, just be in your house, just dwell with you, Lord. And even if you don't speak, that's fine. What matters to me is that I get to be with you, Lord. Prayer is so important. Just spending time with God is so important. We overlook it. We say that's something very simple. We look at the big things, but really sometimes the simple things is what we need in order to be filled by the Spirit, to be able to live our lives as a Christian every day. Just like I said with the power adapter, that's very simple, that without this power adapter, the internet was gone and we couldn't do anything, we couldn't enjoy anything. In the same way, with us, our life, our walk with God, our everyday moments with the Lord, we should not take for granted our times of prayer. Take some time to pray. Comment down below what do you do to really connect with God through prayer? What do you do during your quiet time? Keep on loving God, keep on loving others, and keep on being a Christian every day. Bye.